video, and it looked like WNBA fans is pissed off over A'ja Wilson and her special whistle.
A'ja Wilson just buried a walk-off that sent the entire arena into chaos, but not for the reason you'd think. The shot was clutch, no doubt. But fans aren't celebrating the heroics. They're calling foul on what they're now dubbing the "You A'ja" whistle. 12 free throws, 0 fouls. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's out there taking elbows like she's in the WWE and can't buy a whistle. Something's definitely off in Vegas. Let's start with the shot. It was ice in her veins. Wilson rose up, hit the dagger, and the crowd lost its mind. Clips flooded social media within seconds. But while everyone was replaying the bucket, fans started noticing something else: the ref's weird tunnel vision. It was like A'ja had an invisible "no contact allowed" sign taped to her jersey. And now, the internet's running wild with receipts. Because this isn't about one sketchy game, it's about a growing trend. Fever fans have been calling it out since last season, and this latest mess in Phoenix just poured gasoline on the fire. The Aces walked away with another nail-biter, but all the talk was about the free throw imbalance. Wilson got 12 trips to the line. Phoenix's Sadou Sabali took hit after hit, barely any whistles, and left hurt. Her coach even said she wasn't in the locker room after the game. Something doesn't add up, and fans are demanding answers.
With those 5 fouls. Sabali.
And still, the refs just let it slide. No calls, no questions, nothing. Look, nobody's denying A'ja Wilson's greatness. She's elite. But when every nail-biter somehow ends with her camped at the free throw line while the opposing team's best players are sidelined with foul trouble, people start to talk. You can't keep seeing the same script play out and call it coincidence.
38 by Angel McContry.
Even casual fans, the ones who only tuned into the WNBA for Caitlin Clark, are starting to catch on. They're asking, why does A'ja Wilson always get the soft whistle? This goes beyond a few calls. It feels like protection. She almost never gets into foul trouble, rarely sees calls overturned, and plays aggressive defense without consequence while others get hit for light contact. That's not just skill, that's privilege. When every game tilts her way, even the newest fans can see something's off.
Give the ball to A'ja and get out of the way. That's all the play was.
Yeah, I feel like in that moment, if a coach has to tell me what to do, I'm not doing my job. And she just drew up a play. It wasn't really even a play.
Very basic.
Yeah, it was pretty much what you saw. And I'm appreciative that Becky trusts me in those moments. But that's playoff basketball moments. Those are the moments that you live for. So I'm glad I was able to show up. I get on my guards for not just coming to work, so I'm glad I was able to come to work.
Fans on X, formerly Twitter, are coming with receipts, and the evidence is everywhere. Clips of missed calls, phantom fouls, and one particularly ridiculous sequence where A'ja Wilson gets continuation on contact that barely even happened. Take a look at some examples. Wilson sets a clear moving screen. Everyone sees it. Even the announcers call it out. The whistle blows. But not on her. Instead, they tag the defender. Unreal. Then there's the rebound play. Defender boxes out cleanly, Wilson barrels in, and somehow it's ruled a jump ball. Flip the court, and if Caitlin Clark or Aaliyah Boston so much as breathe on someone, it's an instant foul. The double standard couldn't be louder. The clips don't lie, and fans aren't shy about calling it out. The A'ja whistle isn't just a meme anymore. It's starting to look like a real pattern.
Something we have to talk about is the amount of free throws A'ja Wilson is getting off. Not only just the amount of free throws she's getting off, the free throws and the calls that is pretty much garnering her the type of performances like this. She never gets in foul trouble. She gets all her calls. At this point, bro, this is unprecedented. I feel as if Caitlin Clark need this damn whistle. Everybody should be pitching a bitch about A'ja Wilson whistle because the WNBA was so far in the sunken damn place, no one paid attention to this sport. No one ever watched the first 2 damn champions.
It's gotten so ridiculous that fans are now comparing it to Deflategate. Yes, Tom Brady's infamous scandal. That's how over the top this has become. And it's not just bitter Fever fans venting online. Even neutral viewers, and a few of Aja's own supporters are starting to admit, yeah, something's not adding up. The latest outrage erupted after her game-winning shot. The WNBA's highlight post was flooded with comments, thousands of them. Half praised her ice-cold finish, the other half fired back with, "Of course she hit it. The refs carried her all game." When a highlight reel's comment section sounds like a courtroom argument, you know the optics are bad. And that's before you even dive into the numbers, because stats, unlike opinions, don't lie.
Mainstream media, and now people is paying attention. Not only is we paying attention, we're noticing a pattern, and the pattern is A'ja Wilson get this damn special whistle. Like, this should be looked into, bro.
A'ja Wilson is leading the league with almost 8.3 free throw attempts per game. That's more than double what Caitlin Clark averages, and Clark takes hits every night like she owes someone money. So far this season, Wilson has made over 290 free throws. No one else comes close. This isn't a race. It's a monopoly. Now think about it. How does one player lead the league in free throws year after year without ever fouling out or picking up technicals? Either she's playing at an almost alien level, or the refs treat her like royalty. Fans aren't upset that she's talented. They're upset that the league acts like she's untouchable. Compare that to Caitlin Clark. She's in her second year, no longer the rookie everyone picked on, yet the calls still rarely go her way. She gets knocked to the floor, elbowed, pushed out of bounds, and the whistle stays silent. Meanwhile, Wilson gets the lightest tap, and the refs sprint to the line like a Black Friday crowd. It's this glaring double standard that frustrates fans. Every time Wilson wins a close game, people mentally add an asterisk. Remember earlier this season when Clark and the Fever faced the Aces? Fans replayed those moments, noticing the stark contrast. The pattern isn't subtle anymore. It's impossible to ignore. This discrepancy in calls has become a central talking point, and it only fuels the debate about whether Wilson's dominance is skill, protection, or a little bit of both. There was one possession that perfectly summed it up. Caitlin Clark drives, gets hacked, and nothing, no call. The very next play, A'ja Wilson gets lightly brushed by a defender, and suddenly she's at the line for 2 free throws. The Fever bench went silent. At this point, complaining doesn't help. Fans already know what's coming. That's why they call it the special whistle. Sure, some will say she's a star. Stars get calls. There's a difference between star treatment and referee worship. LeBron James earns calls because he attacks the rim relentlessly. Steph Curry gets fouls because he shoots through contact. But when Wilson can play an entire half without a single call against her, that's not respecting a superstar. That's bending the game in her favor. Here's the wild part. This isn't new. In 2023, she also led the league in free throws. Different opponents, different referees, same result. The pattern repeats every season. Fans can almost predict the box score before tip-off. It's not just talent, it's the special treatment that has become impossible to ignore. Wilson, 8 to 12 free throws. Boston, 4 fouls. Caitlin Clark, 2 free throws, 10 hits. Lather, rinse, repeat. And that's exactly why fans are saying enough is enough. With the WNBA finally in the mainstream spotlight, these patterns can't hide anymore. Before Caitlin Clark arrived, most casual viewers never noticed. Now, every small moment trends within minutes. So if A'ja Wilson gets away with a foul, or racks up 12 free throws again, you can bet fans will clip it, post it, and tag everyone from ESPN to Elon Musk. This is the new reality. The league can't afford another favoritism scandal, not when the Fever are drawing record TV ratings, and half the new viewers are already convinced the refs have an agenda. And speaking of agendas, there's a theory gaining traction. The Las Vegas Aces are the WNBA's money team. They're stacked with stars, backed by casinos, and hyped as the league's dynasty. They win, they draw crowds, and they're incredibly marketable. When you put the spotlight on a team like this, every close call, every free throw, every special whistle gets noticed. Fans aren't just watching basketball, they're watching how power and privilege play out on the court. Naturally, the league wants the Aces deep in the playoffs. And how do you make sure your best team doesn't falter? Protect the centerpiece, A'ja Wilson. It's the same playbook every major league uses. The NBA protected its top draws. The NFL does it with quarterbacks. Now the WNBA might be doing it with Wilson. The problem? It's too obvious. Fans don't grow loyal by feeling like results are scripted. They want fair competition, not favoritism. That's why Fever fans are louder than ever. They notice the imbalance every time Caitlin Clark takes brutal contact with no whistle, while Wilson gets to the line for the smallest touch. Caitlin handles it with grace. She doesn't call anyone out publicly, doesn't rant to reporters, but her expressions say it all. During games, she gets hit, looks at the ref, and laughs in disbelief. That's where the frustration sits. Even other players are hinting at it. A few veterans posted cryptic messages. Some of y'all got lifetime ref passes. Nobody needed names. Everybody knew. So when Wilson hit that walk-off, the internet didn't celebrate. It investigated. Clips, slow-mos, breakdowns of every foul that wasn't called. Fans aren't cheering. They're watching the pattern unfold, frame by frame. Fans literally froze the last 2 minutes of the game like they were analyzing a crime scene. And here's the twist. A'ja Wilson is starting to feel the heat. When your highlight moment is drowned out by "you cheated" comments, that's instant regret territory. She tried posting her usual thankful Instagram caption, but the comments were brutal. Fans called her Referee Wilson or joked, "Nice win." The ref scored 122. Even neutral sports pages are asking if the league is protecting her, signaling the conversation has gone fully mainstream. The funniest or most frustrating part? Call this out, and people accuse you of hating on greatness. It's not hate. It's asking for fairness. Caitlin Clark's team shouldn't have to play 5-on-8 every night. Fans just want a level playing field, where talent shines without invisible protection. Right now, the debate isn't about skill. It's about whether the refs are giving one player a monopoly on calls, and everyone can see it. The Fever already face the challenge of rebuilding around young stars. They shouldn't also have to fight the officials as part of the game plan. If this continues, fans will tune out fast. Nobody wants to invest in a league where outcomes feel scripted. That's not competition. It's bad theater. Here's the irony. The same league that spends the year promoting equality and respect might be quietly creating inequality on the court, protecting one star while punishing another. That doesn't empower women's sports. It undermines credibility. Don't get it twisted. A'ja Wilson isn't the villain of the WNBA. She's one of the most gifted forwards in the league. Her footwork, defense, and leadership are undeniable. But when fans start questioning the integrity of how she wins, that greatness loses its shine. And honestly, it's not entirely her fault. The system, the calls, and the favoritism surrounding her all play a role, turning remarkable talent into a lightning rod for controversy. It's the refs and league executives who seem to think protecting the face of the league equals success. It doesn't. If anything, it backfires. The more one player is favored, the more fans rally behind the one getting shortchanged, Caitlin Clark. And that's exactly what's happening. Online, the tide is turning fast. Every questionable call benefiting the Aces sparks thousands of comments defending Clark. She's becoming the symbol of fairness, while A'ja Wilson is turning into the symbol of favoritism. Narratives shift quickly. Wilson, once the league darling, is now trending for the wrong reasons. Accusations of cheating with referees follow her highlights. You can see it affecting her. In post-game interviews, she tries to smile it off, but the tension is palpable. Phrases like, "I just play my game," or "I don't control the refs," hint at the pressure building. The spotlight that once celebrated her talent is now scrutinizing every move, and the court has become a stage for controversy as much as basketball. True, but that hasn't stopped fans from noticing the pattern. When the same player benefits night after night, people stop believing it's coincidence. And that's where things get wild. After the Phoenix game, the backlash didn't simmer, it exploded. Every sports page, podcast, and fan thread turned into a full-blown investigation. Fans began dissecting every A'ja Wilson foul, or lack thereof, against Caitlin Clark's entire season. The contrast was glaring. Wilson racked up 12 free throws that night. Clark? Lucky to get 4, despite taking hits half a dozen times. The numbers alone make the bias impossible to ignore. Even casual viewers could see it in the box score. It's not just fans noticing. Rival players have started dropping hints online, cryptic posts and subtle comments pointing to the favoritism. What was once just a series of calls is now a full-blown conversation about fairness, integrity, and how one player's privilege on the court has shifted the narrative in ways the league may not have anticipated. One anonymous player told a reporter, "Some people in this league get protected like they're made of gold." Fans didn't need names. They already knew who she meant. Meanwhile, social media exploded. Ref Wilson, Knock Whistle Queen, and Vegas Scripted all started trending. Fans made side-by-side clips showing Caitlin Clark getting slammed to the floor with no call, while Aja Wilson barely got touched and instantly walked to the line. It was brutal. When reporters asked Wilson about it, she said, "I can't control what people say. I just play the game. That didn't help. Silence can sometimes speak louder than words," and her calm responses only fueled speculation. Even Adam Silver's name started circulating, with fans demanding NBA oversight of the WNBA's officiating. Meanwhile, Kathy Engelbert stayed silent for the 20th time that month. If the league wants to grow, it can't keep pretending fans are blind. The controversy isn't going away, and the calls, or lack thereof, have put officiating under a microscope, making credibility as important as talent on the court. The best part? Fever fans turned the controversy into a rallying cry. Caitlin Clark might stay quiet publicly, but her fan base sure doesn't. Every missed call becomes proof she's doing it the hard way. No favors, no shortcuts, just pure basketball. That contrast has made her a symbol of fairness, while Aja Wilson's reputation as the league darling now comes with whispers of favoritism. In the end, Wilson might have won that game, but she lost something bigger: credibility. When fans start believing your victories come with a whistle attached, even a trophy begins to feel hollow. The debate isn't just about talent. It's about fairness, perception, and how officiating shapes the narrative. So what do you think? Is Aja Wilson getting unfair help from the refs? Or are fans just salty after another Aces win? Either way, the numbers don't lie, and the whistle sure sounds one-sided. Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe. This WNBA drama shows no signs of slowing down.